Hi, I'm Stephanie with Board Game Geek here at Origins 2017. I'm here with Jim Felly of Devious Weasel Games, and we are going to talk about Bemused today, right? Okay,
That's
so
correct.
tell us how we can be bemused by this game.
So Bemused is coming out for release at Gencon.
Okay.
It is a game of strategic, ruin your rival.
It says
with
doubt
hidden
and dread.
information. It is a game of doubt and dread. You wanted to go for the tagline right away.
Yeah.
It is a game of doubt and dread.
Oh, I like it. Does your voice come with that?
It does, but that's extra.
Okay.
So basically, the theme of the game is that you are a muse, and you are inspiring a virtuoso of your choice.
Okay.
And as a muse, you infuse them with creativity and artistic vision, and you want them to elevate them to the greatest of all stature amongst the artists.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it's taking too long because all of these artists are equally capable of channeling their muses' inspiration. So the muses have got together and said, well, this is too long, so what we'll do is we'll tank our enemies instead.
Okay.
So the way you do this is, let's say, for instance, my muse is, I am the muse to the singer. What I'd like to do to make the singer come out on top is to play doubt and dread cards on the other artists in the game.
That's kind of mean.
It is kind of mean. That reduces their point score, basically, and can affect the way that they play. So each person, each player as a muse, gets a hand of cards.
Okay.
Here's an example of some cards you might have.
I've got some doubt and dread in here.
Yes,
Just
every
so you know.
player begins the game with one dread card and 4 random doubt cards.
Okay.
Doubt cards are shuffled together in the well of doubt. Dread cards stay face up in the well of dread.
Okay.
Dreads always get discarded back there.
Okay.
Doubts go into a discard pile.
Okay.
When the discard pile gets too high,
The discard pile is face down.
face down always as you discard, so no one knows what you discard.
Oh, okay.
That way you don't have to shuffle. You
Yeah.
can just take the existing well of doubt, put it on top, and keep the game going that way.
Yeah.
On your turn, you get to do one of 4 things.
Okay.
You may either play a doubt card. Now I should say you'll draw 2 for
At
your
the
hand
start of your
at
hand.
the start of your turn.
Okay.
You'll make a play, and then
Okay.
you'll discard 1 at the end.
Okay.
So you should be net neutral in terms of the cards you have in your hand,
Yeah.
with a couple of exceptions. So this is my hand, let's say, and let's say I'm the singer. I may choose to play a doubt on the painter. To do that, it's coded for the specific virtuoso.
Okay, yeah.
So I cannot do this.
Yeah. You can't put the painter down on the poet.
Right. And I might say to the painter, you know, I heard there was a recall on the paint you used on that last gallery piece you sold. Gee, I hope they don't fade.
Oh no.
So this is a game of shameless table talk.
Yeah.
Once I've done that, I might discard a card, and maybe you won't know what I discard,
yeah,
but I place
no
it face down,
Yeah.
and I'm done.
Okay.
Now, another alternative I have is I could play a dread card. Dread cards can be played on any virtuoso.
Okay.
Put them anywhere I want. Each virtuoso has a unique ability, and that's designated down on the bottom part of the card.
Okay.
The bottom part of the card on the other side has the symbol for that virtuoso.
Okay.
So you can identify the card by color, by symbol, or by words to help out colorblind
good,
people.
good. That's awesome.
So I'm the painter. My ability is to remove or destroy dread. So for example, maybe there's a dread.
So how are you saying that you're the painter?
I was just saying, when we begin play, each person will randomly be given a virtuoso.
Okay.
I guess I should start very
Yeah,
simple.
that's okay. So you're acting as the painter. So you
Correct.
want to protect the painter.
So in a 4-player game, we would randomly give out 4 of these cards to people,
Gotcha.
and
Yeah.
that would be the player they play
Yeah.
with. 6-player game is where you get everyone. Minimum is 4 players.
So that might be if I'm assigned the musician and I have these in my hand, I obviously don't want to play those, so I'll be discarding those probably.
Well, you could, but you could use them to activate your ability.
Okay, and we'll get into that.
So let's say, for example, that you are the musician,
Okay.
and someone's laid a dread on you.
I don't know why you would do that.
Well, you know, I don't know either.
Do you know that I'm the musician?
We will know who is who.
Okay, yeah.
I will. So someone, not me,
You would have never.
has placed a dread on you,
Oh.
which is bad news.
It is bad news.
And maybe someone has placed a doubt on me.
Oh. it's
On my
probably-
turn, besides playing a doubt or a dread, I could use my ability.
Okay.
To do that, I would reveal my own doubt card
Okay.
to activate my ability and discard it.
Okay.
Now my ability is active to destroy a dread.
Okay.
I might say to you, I'll tell you what, musician, I will
And you
destroy
have
your
to use your own color to
own
do
color,
that. Okay.
correct. I might say, I will destroy your dread card if on your turn you will destroy my doubt card because your ability is to
because that's
destroy.
my ability. Okay.
You might say yes.
Yeah.
It's gone.
I'll do that.
And then on your turn you might say,
I'll do
I'm gonna.
that.
Yes, you might.
We'll get rid of that, and
Perfect.
it's discarded. Yeah.
Correct.
That sounds good.
Now you could renege.
Yeah.
You could.
I would never.
You would never. Some people might. Each of the virtuosos' abilities are different.
Yes. Yeah.
So you may remove doubt or remove dread.
Yeah, that seems pretty self-explanatory.
You may move dread from one player to another.
Yeah.
You may move
And
doubt from one to another.
Is that any player?
Any player.
Okay, so it's not just left to right. Yep.
No.
Okay.
Or you may turn a doubt into a dread, or turn a dread into a doubt.
Okay. And how do those act differently?
So
the dread and the doubt.
They act differently in two ways.
Okay.
At the end of the game, when there are fewer than 2 sane players left, you begin play sane. You may go insane, in which case your card would be flipped sideways.
Okay.
Or you may be killed and become a ghost, in which case you're upside down. You may win the game in any state, and it has good consequences for humanity, regardless of who wins.
Oh, that's good.
So,
Good
for
message.
example, if the musician won, then and was sane when they won, then their art form, music, becomes the dominant art form for generations.
Yes, there's lots of musicians.
If they are insane when they win, then the muse's mind has been opened to new vistas of creativity they never thought of before. That's where you might
It's
go
impressionism.
from. Exactly. If the phantasmas, when they usher in a sea change of art, now you've got installation art and multimedia art coming in. Okay? So the way they work is you will start collecting these doubt and dread cards throughout the course of play.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to make it up.
Load up that one.
You may only have, no one can play a card on you once you hit 5.
Okay.
Once you hit 5, you go insane.
Okay.
If one gets removed
5
from you,
of anything. 5 doubt, 5 dread,
5 combination.
Okay.
If one's removed, you're sane again.
Okay.
If one's added back on, you're insane again, and so forth.
Okay.
When you are insane, your play style changes. You still draw 2 cards.
Okay.
You may look at them,
Okay.
but then you shuffle them into your hand,
Okay.
and then you.
And then I have to randomly.
Yep,
so
randomly.
then
Yep. Now randomly pull out 2 cards.
Okay. And I have to play one, discard one.
Correct. And if you
Okay.
can't play either, you have to
Yeah.
discard them both.
Oh, okay. That's a bummer.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's the insanity play. Now, if 3 of these cards are dread cards, so you've got more dread than doubt when you're insane,
You're dead.
you die.
Dread dead.
Everything goes away.
Oh, that's good.
They go in the discard
It's like
pile.
bankruptcy or something.
Those go back there. You're now dead.
Can you get undead?
No. Once you're dead, you're dead.
Okay.
Now, what happens, though, is that on your turn, you would draw a dread card from the Well of Dread, and you may use it in one of 2 ways. You may swap it out for any doubt card, so the doubt card gets discarded, your dread card takes its place.
Make other people dead.
Or you may place it on someone who's got fewer than 5 cards on them.
To make other people insane
Correct.
and dead.
So the way that they work on scores is at the end of the game, if you're sane, you get 10 points.
Yep.
-1 for every doubt, -2 for every dread.
Okay.
If you're insane, you have 9 points. -1 for every doubt, -2 for every dread. If you're dead, you have 1 point for every dead player, including yourself.
Oh, okay.
Now, the way the game's designed is if you try to win, you'll lose. Because
Okay.
you'll draw attention to yourself and people will gang up on you. So if I'm the
my
ghost
life.
and I try to make one person a ghost, that's fine, but our 2 points probably not going to do well compared to everyone else.
Yeah.
So I want to take my time to weaken other players before I start killing them off. Now, the 2 complications in the game are Geminas and secrets. So every player, let's say, for instance, you're the poet, you would have a Gemina card, and let's say I'm the singer, I have my Gemina card, and it's secret information. We can look at it, so you know your Gemina is the painter, and my Gemina is the musician, but it's remained secret. This is another virtuoso in play who you have seen in visions and dreams since a child.
Yeah.
They've grown up sort of as this vision in your mind.
So I might have this is my virtuoso and this is my Gemini.
Correct.
Okay. But
That's
yours
correct.
is both.
Mine is not.
Oh, yours is a
both.
musician.
It
Okay.
can be both.
Okay.
Now, the way this works is, if you on your turn decide to reveal your Gemini, you do it for free.
Okay.
And I choose to reveal mine, the penalty is I accept a dread card to do that. Why would I want to do that?
Can you now do that?
I can now use his ability as well as mine as long as he's alive. Once he dies, my Gemina's worthless.
Oh, okay.
Now, anytime you go insane, your Gemina flips. So if I had revealed it and then went insane, it flips again, I can't use it.
Oh.
So if I'm insane and one of those cards I drew is a green card, I could use that ability.
Yeah.
Now, if I go insane and it flips up, that virtuoso suffers the dread.
Okay.
So if I know who your Gemina is somehow, I know that I can give them a dread by driving them insane. So you can use that as a weapon. In addition, everybody gets a secret,
We all
which
have
again is
secrets.
secret information, which tells you how you feel about your Gemina.
This is so my secret. My secret is love.
Oh, so you love your Gemina. Now so you want your Gemina to be not dead. So
Oh, it's
if
like a
at the end of the
secret
game the
code.
painter is not dead, so they could be sane or insane,
Yep.
you'll get an extra point.
Yep.
For me, I have malice. I want mine to be not sane.
Okay, you
They
want
have
it
to
to
be
be
insane or dead. Now, I've got two piles here because there are two of each.
Mm-hmm.
So you might have two players that both love each other, and it causes some interesting dynamics.
Mm-hmm.
One of the traps of the game is people focus on their secret, and they stop thinking about what's one point really. It might be good for me, but
Yeah.
at the expense of losing two more by doggedly pursuing this, I might
Yeah.
be throwing the game away.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of deep strategy that can go on in the game, and a lot of playing both sides against the other. The last thing about the play turn is I told you could do four things.
Mm-hmm.
Play a doubt, play a dread, use your ability, or if you've got a hand of cards and you have, which I don't, of course, since I'm trying to show you, doubles.
Okay.
You may reveal the doubles, discard them, take a dread from the well of dread, and place it on any card with fewer than five cards on it.
Okay.
That's the way to bring more dread into the game.
Yeah.
The penalty you pay is you've had to get rid of two cards, so your hand size is now permanently decreased.
Because that's the only way to get dread, really.
Unless
outside
you've
of-
got the thespian in play.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's exactly correct.
Okay.
So if the thespian's not in play and people are conservative with their hand styles, you're going to see a lot of insanity. If thespian's in play or people are willing to play those extra cards, then they can start killing people off. Kill someone off too early in the game, you give them a lot of time to bring those dreads in as a phantasm because they're playing dreads. So they've got a lot of time to weaken people.
Okay.
Now the last thing about the turn is when you're done, you discard and pass on, unless you're sane. You have the option at that point of making a second play.
If you're sane.
Yes. You get no more cards for it. You don't get another turn. You'll just
Okay.
winnow your hand size down.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
Cool.
that's the gist of the game. It is a strategic point-gathering game. There are some hidden information elements to it.
Yeah.
And it plays with 4 players once you get the hang of it in about 15 minutes.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
with
that's
6
really quick.
players, it plays in about 20-25 minutes.
Okay. So it was for 2 to 6?
4 to 6.
4 to 6. Okay. So you got to have a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Just to start, but you
Yeah.
can see that. Yeah.
If you have 2 players, I know what you've got, you know what
Yeah,
I've got, you're my Gemini. Now, if
Yeah.
so you did raise one interesting point. Let's say I'm playing the musician,
Yeah.
and I've got my own Gemini. So whoever reveals it's going to throw a dread on me.
Yeah.
The advantage of having your own Gemini is I'm not getting an extra ability like
Yeah.
I would if it was somebody else.
Yeah.
I get to draw 3 cards at the start of my turn rather than 2.
Whenever your Gemini and your
Is
virtuoso
yourself.
the same. Okay.
The advantage of that is since you've got that extra card in, it gives you the ability to throw those doubles out for a dread without
Right.
the penalty to your hand
Yeah.
or to make a second play like
Yeah.
a dread and a dread.
Yeah.
Or
Mhm.
doubt and a doubt, I mean.
Right. Yeah.
And so that's the gist of Bemused.
Yeah. So, and when can people get this again?
They can order it online now. The shipment should hit the factory, should hit the warehouse the end of this month. It's slated to arrive.
Okay.
So they'll be
at
shipped
the
out in
end of
July.
June?
Yep.
Yeah, it should
That's
arrive.
right. And it will be available at Gencon. Retails for $25.
Okay.
One other.
It's these thick cardboard pieces. I mean, I'm sure that Lincoln's been zooming in, but it's these thick cardboard pieces with beautiful art. These are thick cardboard too, the Geminis and the Secrets. These are very sturdy cards.
They're ivory core cards, so they're going to last a while.
Yeah, I actually like that they're smaller too, so they can fit in the smaller box, because they don't need to be big, because they're very easy, not a lot of info on them,
Right.
and you're not going to have them for very long. You're going to be, shuffling them out, so... That's really cool.
I have to give a shout out to the artist.
Okay.
Right, Naomi Robinson did a beautiful cover work for it.
Yeah.
Tawny Pettit out in California did these lovely pieces, and one of the things that she did on the cards that I should explain is there are 3 male, 3 female, and each one is a different ethnicity.
Okay, yeah.
So we wanted to make this art is worldwide. There should be nothing but diversity in terms of the art world. And there are a couple of sure, and there are a couple of little nuances thrown in. So, for example, the thespian takes life from the roles that he takes on. So he's pretty much black and white, except where the mask is radiating life into him. So there are nuances in all the cards for people to try to find.
That's cool. That's awesome. Little fun little Easter eggs for you to kind of try and figure out.
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Jim. And
thank you very much.
That is Bemused.